Play the
on
intro.
my end this time.
Anything that comes from Unpopular Celebrities Podcast is all unofficial. None of the conversations or comments from us or guests represent DOD or the armed forces.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
Brick. But watch, I get trash. Look, trash bag. With some water on it. Trash bag with some water on it. What that got to do with throwing off? I feel like there's a secret stab in it.
No, I don't know what
Messed
you.
up, man.
I have to go back and look at it.
Messed up,
Trash
man.
bag.
You did up dirty, bro. You did up
Trash
dirty.
So crazy.
Except for Jess, she got a normal, translucent, rainbow, something factory. You, myself, and Dell, you did up dirty. You got broken glass on Dell, and you got me the graduation photo. What?
He happy he graduated, man. You freaking hater.
The show starts in
You did up dirty. And you got, I just noticed you got just a uniform. Like,
I do have a uniform. That's a
you
good
got
call.
me to bust get all the Eagles gear. That was supposed to be like part-time photo. God, it was dirty.
All right, we going back and playing the intro again. Sorry for y'all, because I want to see this dang trash bag you're talking
Trash
about.
bag. Trash bag.
Why am my intro playing again? Play the intro.
Anything that comes from Unpopular Celebrities Podcast is all unofficial. None of the conversations or comments.
All right, let me
from
see.
us
We'll
or
cut it
guests
after the
represent
trash
DOD or
bag,
armed
the
forces.
so-called trash bag you're talking about.
What?
We are tonight's entertainment.
Trash bag.
Watch.
Oh,
Watch when
Lord.
after they show Philadelphia. You're
Okay.
gonna have my two pictures in between a trash bag with some water. Like, what does that mean?
The trash bag.
Like, of course, yours is squared away. You got the California Republic flag. You got the little brick with the little light. Oh, that's very nice. On a look like an iWatch or something.
Apple Watch.
You know what I mean? Apple Watch or whatever. That's what it's called. iWatch.
Apple Watch. It's an iWatch. All right, let me see.
Watch mine.
I'm looking for the trash can. I don't see it.
Watch. Right after the map, you'll see it. See, it's good up to this point. Now, what the fuck is that? Trash bag with a drop of water? Is that like a body bag or something? What you trying to say, man? Why you do me like that's messed up, man? Yo, fam, if you in the comments, you tell me that look like a trash bag with some water on it, like a body
That don't
bag
look
or
like no
something.
dang trash bag.
Yes, it do, man.
No, it
That's
don't.
foul, bro.
You out of
That's
control.
foul, son.
Trash
That's
bag
foul,
is crazy.
player.
You think I do
That's
you like
messed
that?
up, man. I must be one of those
Let's
people who got
go.
killed in Squid
If I
Game.
get blocked for this, I'm gonna be pissed. Fair use. That's what I'm gonna start saying. Fair use. Fair use.
Well, I'm about to say it's a little bit longer than, well, maybe it was 10 seconds.
No, it's less than 10. I was
Anyway,
looking at
don't
it.
worry about
Fair use.
Worry about it later.
Anyway,
Anyway,
what's good? Early morning. I'm tired.
what's up, man? You know, back from my late night gaming experience with my son and my grandsons, which was hot garbage. Attention, family. Attention, family. The Colorado Buffaloes are indeed overrated. They up. Went out
Dang.
there, spent my hard-earned money with my grandsons. For what? For
Dang.
trash. For trash.
Kim,
Them
what's
dudes
up?
was
Man, I heard you in
them
the comments
BYU
about
boys
Texas
came in there to
sports.
play.
The trash bag is appropriate for Philadelphia. That's about right.
Hey, you sit down, fam. You know, Phil, what you a Cowboys fan?
No, he
Cowboys
a
fan?
Houston fan. He from Houston.
Oh, they bums too. Houston bums too. They bums too.
I gotta get some water. While I'm doing that, you on your own. And
Why
then
you just had
Big
water
Wave.
already?
Man, she
Why
said that
you just
game
had
was
the water
horrible.
ready?
She said
That game was trash, man. Why is it that every team that play in Texas is trash? Why is it?
Who plays in Texas?
The Cow Bums,
Oh my God.
the Houston trash bags,
Hey.
and even when Colorado couldn't escape it, they came to Texas and they stunk up the joint. Got beat by some boys. They got some dude from Utah ran the punt return back on them.
I
dudes.
saw that.
It was ugly. It was ugly.
I
You
thought
had
they
all them
missed.
people in the stands with them Colorado Buffaloes jerseys on and them cowboy hats. And let's be honest, the majority of the Colorado Buffaloes fan base were not on the Colorado Buffaloes team
No.
or fan base until Deion got there. And they
Everybody
only
knows
was
that.
there because of Deion Sanders and Travis Hunter, and they stunk
She
up the
said,
joint.
now wait a
I'm
minute.
just being now look, Juana, man, be honest. Were you always a Colorado Buffaloes fan?
No,
Pause.
she's a cow. She said don't come for Texas.
I'm talking about, was she a Buffaloes fan though?
No, nobody was. She said don't come for Texas.
I'm just being honest. Texas is trash. They trash. I'm just being honest.
The whole state,
You
huh?
should chill for a real team like the Green. And I'll have you know, guess who actually who shined last night? Unlike the Buffaloes, the bald eagle. They released them on the field. The bald eagle. Eagles are America's team. Anyway, I digress.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some water. You can keep
Well, hurry
talking
up.
about the Buffalo
Yeah, I
thing
got
or
it.
whatever the heck you want to talk
All right,
about.
nah, we gonna go. You want me to wait for the Squid Game, Joy? Or you want me to stall till then?
You
Talk
can
about other
start it.
stuff.
You can start. I'll
You
catch
sure?
back up. Yeah, I'll catch
All right,
back up.
cool. All right, what's
I'm a
up, family?
Deion
It's your
fan. That's
boy
why I
Philly
wore a
DC
Cowboys
here
jersey.
from Unpopular Celebrities. That's
yo,
right,
who is
Gina
Thomas
Monroe.
White?
Fly Eagles fly. What?
Who is Thomas White? Because he's and Gina. I can't pronounce your last name.
Hold on.
Monroe.
Pause for Gina. That's for you, girl. That's right. Fly Eagles fly. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thomas White are both Eagles fans, like real
That's
big
right.
Eagles supporters.
That's right.
Like just come out
That's
of
right.
nowhere.
Word them up.
All right, let me go get some drink.
Word them up. All right, like I was saying before, Philly DC for Unpopular Celebrities. You are here live and direct this Sunday. As I was saying before, you are here live and direct with your boys from Unpopular Celebrities. I am Philly DC, your other co-host. Pete has went to get some water to clear his throat. Don't know why he did it prior to us getting on, but that's another story. Now, we are here today to talk about my favorite series. Hopefully yours is the same. And that's Squid Game. Squid Game season 2, unless you've been living under a rock. Squid Game season 1 came out about, I don't know, 2-3 years ago. And it was a big hit sensation. And so now, after much demand, season 2 is here. Began on December 26th. We are now on season 2, episode 4. If you want to catch all of our previous reviews for episode 1, 2, and 3, hit it on YouTube under Unpopular Celebrities, and you'll be able to see our reviews from the last couple of seasons. So, before I begin, as always, spoiler alert. Many things we will be talking about has already been covered during episode 4. So if you have not seen episode 4, you may not want to listen to this. Maybe watch episode 4, then listen to this podcast afterwards, because a lot of things we're going to say again is going to give away some key things. So we don't want to spoil it. Nothing worse than someone giving you a bunch of stuff you did not see it yet. Case in point, last week's Eagles and Commanders game, when I found out we lost after I was at 3-minute mark, thanks to this guy here to my right or left. Anyway, pressing on. So as the next episode start, we're on episode 4. As you know, is player 001 in Ho, aka the front man, revealed himself and is now embedded with all the other players playing in Squid Game, especially my favorite player number 456. So in the beginning of the episode, they sit down. Gi Hung is probably kind of depressed because he can't believe these folks actually voted to continue on and play these games despite a bunch of people getting shot up during the red light, green light game. They decide to continue playing. He's sitting there thinking to himself, what the duck? Like these folks still don't get it. But then the Sinister, I will insert Sinister in there to Sinister in Ho, aka the front man, goes up to him and he's having a conversation with Gi Hung and Gi Hung's best friend and says, like, hey, I was the one who came in with the last vote and blah, blah, blah. Gi Hung's a little bit upset. They have an exchange back and forth to kind of stay quiet and they go from there. Funny part though, Gi-hun's friend meets another gentleman. I can't remember the player's name, but apparently this gentleman kind of became, I won't say in love, but just like he kind of like started to admire Gi-hun because when he was doing the freeze thing, doing the red light, green light, he was like, oh, this is exciting, whatever. I was inspired by you. And kind of found Gi-hun's friend, for some reason, found out this guy was a Marine. And so they
That's some
shared a
reason
common
he had
bond.
a tattoo.
Yeah, tattoo. They said that it was in the Marines, South Korean Marines. And it was like, hop. Funny story. My wife cracks about it all the time because we went to go see Ashy Larry. I can't remember his name, Donnell Rawlins, and a comedy skit at the comedy store. And he was talking about when he was in the Air Force as a cop, security policeman. He said he was talking about how the gate guards in South Korea, the South Korean guards, every time a car would come through, they would have to go to attention. They were like, hop. And then when the car go by, they'd be like, "Sss." And I was like, that is so accurate. So when I saw this episode, it reminded me when I was in South Korea, because that's how the South Korean military acted. Anyway, that's another story. I'll pause and have you jump in.
So yeah, I kind of heard that part. I think all that's pretty accurate. It's funny when he met the bond of military members, that part is very accurate to a certain degree, especially when you're in an environment like that. You're trying to find any commonality with anybody so you can team up with. So I like how they put some kind of bond with the tattoo. And man, it's like, I don't know what Gi Hong's friend had on, but he must have been a colonel or something in the Marines because that dude popped too. That dude popped too.
We will get victory at all costs. Hop.
Yeah. And he kept hitting him. He's like, go get him, Marine. Yes, sir. Go get him, yes, sir. Go get him, Marine. Yes, sir. I forgot what he said, but I think he said, yes, sir. He was like, whoa. I was like, God. I wish I could remember what he said, but yeah, he cracked me up. Yeah. But yeah, I'm good with that. Go ahead.
All right. So after that, one thing I wanted to go back. I don't know if we covered it in the previous 3 podcasts we did when we were covering episode 1, 2, and 3 of season 2. But did you notice? And I just realized it yesterday. Player 001 in the Ho was also 001 in season 1, Il Nam. Remember?
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Look at it.
No
the
way.
Old
No
man,
way. I don't believe
the
you.
crooked old man. He was player 001 as well.
The old man. I thought you were talking about the same person.
No.
Oh, you're talking about the ones who.
Il Nam was 001.
Okay.
Remember, he tricked them. He was actually the person that orchestrated the game and inserted themselves in it.
Right.
And in Ho is 001 as well.
Right.
Ain't that something?
Okay. Yeah, I do agree with that. Yes,
Wow.
yes.
Wow. Selfie for that. Anyway, continue
That was a
on.
good moment.
So after they did that, Gi Hung was telling everybody, like, hey, look, the next game is going to be Dalgona. If you remember from season 1, Dalgona is the game where they have like the cookie inside of this round honey cookie or something, round cylinder, honeycomb, right? And they're supposed to lick the shape out without breaking it. And so he's telling them like, "Yo, the easiest one, you got triangle, circle, star, and umbrella, and the easiest one is triangle." And then Gi Hung was thinking back when he did it, and they was like, "Well, which one did you pick?" And it showed him picking the umbrella, right? So the funny thing is Gi Hung went to sleep, and in this dream, he dreamt that they was on the thing about to do this challenge, and when they gave him the cylinder with the honeycomb in it, it wasn't none of those different shapes. It was some crazy design
Yeah.
with all these squiggly lines, and he
Yeah.
woke up in a cold sweat.
Talk about
Anyway,
PTSD. PTSD is
yeah,
real.
PTSD, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
now, one thing I want to make sure I bring to your attention. There was a portion when Gi Hung was telling everybody what the next game was going to be,
Mhm.
and the camera focused on Inho. And I thought about that today.
Which
I
one's in
found
Ho?
it
Zero zero
Inho,
one?
the front man.
Okay.
I hope I'm pronouncing his name wrong. Somebody correct me if I'm not. But when the camera focused on him, I think they changed it. Could it be that he changed the game on purpose? Or maybe it was already planned. What do
I
you
didn't
think?
catch that. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, if there's a portion when he was like, "I know the game," he was explaining and stuff, and Ho was like, "So what's the easiest shape?" And he was explaining to everybody. The camera panned to Inho, the front man, and he had this look on his face, and then he walked away. And I'm thinking, I want because remember when they went out to do the game and they found out it wasn't Dalgona, the camera went on 456 and then the front man in Ho. And he had this look on his face of ha ha, like, yeah, I
Dang.
got you or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
And then, all right, anyway, moving on. So they found out when they went to go play the new game, it wasn't Dalgona after all. It was another
Wait,
game,
you
which
missed the
was
whole
pretty
key part.
interesting. What part did I miss?
You missed the part where your boy Thanos started fighting 333.
Oh man, that was I don't know. Go ahead. I'll let you. I didn't see it as the key part, but go ahead.
I guess the key part was okay, so 333, who's the you missed two key parts. 333, who is the crypto guy, right? And 222, who is the pregnant lady, they find out that that's his baby mama, right? It's like, man, you didn't see me this whole time. So he's
Okay,
like, oh,
that's a key part,
yeah,
but the
yeah.
fight wasn't. But anyway, continue on.
So that led to your boy Thanos coming over and being like, bro, you better win, same thing. And he was like, bro, I'm just trying to eat my food. And they end up getting in a fisticuff. Well, 001 stands up and he, in front of everybody, just beats the crap out of both these dudes. Puts Thanos, he probably could have killed Thanos real quick, and then everybody starts cheering for him. Why that's key to me is he's establishing some kind of dominance. And I think in that kind of atmosphere, you need to establish dominance somehow because you're going to need people. As far as like in Key, moving forward to this game that they played, you had to be in teams. It's easy to be in teams if you establish some kind of dominance or some kind of like everybody wants to be with 456 because he played the game before, right? Nobody wants to be with the trans or nobody wants to be with the pregnant woman because of their situations. So I think it was key to him to establish like, yo, I'm not just some punk just sitting here. Like, I'm actually that dude. That's how I took it. Go ahead.
I had to humbly disagree. I wouldn't say dominance. I would say trust. I think he
Trust?
he
Okay.
was able to gain the trust of the folks, specifically 456 when he did that.
Better word.
Because
Yes.
for the most part, I think he was just like some normal guy, and I don't think Gi Hung is 456. I don't think he was on to thinking like, "Hey, this guy's suspect or whatever." But remember in the beginning, like I was talking about earlier, they had a disagreement about him, the front man, being the person to have the final vote to allow them to continue on. And then afterwards, they had that talk. When he went over, he apologized to him. And this is a key part I did forget is when in Ho, frontman gives Gi Hun his story as to why he's there at the game. He talks about his wife was sick. She was diagnosed with cirrhosis. And
Oh, yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she was diagnosed with cirrhosis, and she was pregnant. And he tried to the doctors told her, like, "Yo, you need to abort the baby." But his wife was like, "No, Imma have this baby if it kills me." He was like, "Yeah, I could never convince her. She was always stubborn." So then I didn't catch which job where he was working at, but he said one of his vendors knew he needed money and he offered the money, and so he took it. But
Mhm.
then there was some people that thought it was a bribe and he got fired. What I thought was 2 things. One that was important too is look at the sadistic look on this dude's face when he's explaining. The camera focused on him and he started to tear up. And I said,
Mhm.
man,
Mhm.
that has got to be an evil. That's why I'm gonna refer to him as the sinister front man from this point. Because for him to do that, I was like, wow. But anyway, I did forget that part. But thank you for having me go backwards because I did forget
No, that
that.
was a key part. You're right. That was a good part.
Okay, moving on.
Yep.
So, to the games now, right? So
No,
they
no, no.
decide to do.
That's
They
when
went to a game.
rewind because the sniper she got caught because you remember
Yeah, 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 yeah,
they
yeah.
were going through the bodies, and now
Oh, that's
I
a good
know
part. Yep.
now I don't
Mhm.
remember that in the first season that they actually took the bodies and sold like pretty much the black market the organs. So that's
Correct.
something new. So they're black
Mhm.
marketing the organs and giving them to other people. So now, man, spoiler alert, plot twist, I guarantee one of those organs are gonna go to the little baby to help the little baby out. That little
Interesting.
kid.
Well, that's not spoiler alert. That's just
Oh,
like a prediction in a way.
yeah, prediction.
I never thought about it that way. Interesting.
So what happens is a sniper, she's headshotting people, and that's not how it's supposed to work because of how they die. They don't have any organs. Basically, they just do a sudden death, so their organs stop doing their thing, and then they can't use those organs no more. So she got caught. They were like, "Man, who's doing headshots?" And they brought her in. That interaction between whoever this other dude is, I don't know who that dude was that she was talking to,
Mm, yeah.
and her was epic. She's basically, like you said, that evil. She has some kind of evil background of no F's given. She came from North Korea. She
Mhm.
defected, so they told that story. Defected to
Mhm.
South Korea. Whoever this third person is, not the front man, but it's like in place of the front man while the front man's playing the
Mhm.
game. It seems like um,
Right.
talked to her and just basically said, "I brought you in. This is what I did for you." And she was like, "I never forgot that, but basically, I'm not doing what you tell me to do. So what you gonna do about it?"
Right.
That's kind of how I took it. So it's a quick
Mhm.
dialogue between those two, and basically she's like, "Can I go back to work now?"
Mhm.
And so they let her go back to work. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I find it interesting that because you remember season one of the last contestants was from North Korea.
Mhm.
So I find it interesting they did the same thing here, but they added a little twist to it because from what I've read online, a lot of people are disappointed that the first character from season one who was from North Korea, there's a huge following she's had, and they really wanted her to be in season two, even though she died. So I don't know how they
Mhm.
was going to do that anyway. And I'm curious about. So now you've got these storylines. So recap: you had the storyline of the cop, you had a storyline of 456,
Mhm.
the storyline of In Hold the front man. I'm talking about major storylines now, major
Mhm. Mhm.
storylines. And then you have, of course, now this person in all. And remember now, if you look at, he was in all black, but with a pink
Yeah.
hood, so he wasn't like the same getup as the front man, which
Mm-mm.
tells me he must be like a number one underling or something like that. Because they didn't
Right.
highlight, like you said, they didn't highlight that in season one. Now in season one, they did show folks being put in caskets, being cremated, but it didn't show. I don't recall them doing anything dealing with organs. I might miss something, miss that. Anyway, but yeah, I think that's where we're at now. So now on to the game. So to Gihun 456's horror, he finds out they're not doing the game Dalgona, and people start turning against him. They're like, "Oh, you lied.
Yeah.
You tricked us or
Yeah.
whatever. This is a way for you to get the money." And people was defending him, say, "Yeah, it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be alive," or whatever, yada 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 yada. So they do this game called it's like a six-legged pentathlon. So what it is they get 6 players and they chain them together to go around this track to play these series of mini games. So just like season 1, everyone's trying to figure out who to team up with. So one of my favorite parts is the mom and the son
Mhm.
are trying to figure out where to go. So it's her son is like, "Yo, who's gonna want to team up with my mom, man?" So kudos to him. I think you would have ditched her, but he did not ditch his mom. He was like, "Yo, if you take me, you gotta take my mom." So there was challenges for them throughout their whole series trying to find a team to team up with. But we'll go into that in a minute because I think there's a little twist to that one. But interestingly enough, the front man in Ho decides he immediately tells 456, "I would like to team up with you."
Right.
How evil and sinister is that?
Man, I
Sinister.
love it. I love it. I love it
I was
because
like, man, yeah, go ahead.
he is playing the role to perfection. Um, I know you're going to talk about the part that he almost blows it, so I can't wait to talk about that. But he is playing the role like to perfection. Everything, like I said,
Mhm.
it should be called chess and checkers because every time he think he's playing chess and he's like, "Oh, I'm ahead of the game. I know what's going on." Here comes 001 playing a better game of chess and just letting him know, like, "You'll never be ahead of me. I know exactly what's going on. I know exactly what to do."
Mhm.
But go ahead.
Right. So anyway, as they continue on, now Thanos, which you know, I'll talk about that. I'll just reveal that anyway. It's funny. There's been mixed reviews on the character Thanos. Some people love him. Some
I
people
don't
think he's
like
the most irritating character
Yeah.
in the series, and I kind of see it both ways. But Thanos normally, as normal, he goes out. He's like, "Hey, Senorita, would you like to team up? I am Thanos. Blah blah blah." So the funny thing is when she said, "Well, look, I already asked somebody." He was like, "Who?" And she slid to the side. It was some old wimpy looking dude. I can't remember who he was
Yeah, I don't
or
know
what
either.
number, but apparently he's kind of, weak or wimpy. So the guy who was kind of like Thanos' little cheer buddy, you can see the disappointment in his face, but he goes up to him like, "Hey, what's your name?" He's like, "Oh, welcome to Thanos' world. You're cute. You're on my team." So I
Mhm.
thought that was kind of funny.
I like
But
the
anyway,
girl's character so far that they try
the
to
one that Thanos is
the
teaming up with.
senorita. Yeah, I really like
Mm,
her character so far. She's very like
mm,
not taking a lot of BS, but she
mhm,
understands it's a game and she needs a team to have a game.
mhm.
And then you
Yeah.
had the transgender who teamed up with
Yes.
who did
If
she
you
team?
wanna talk about like an underdog team, the transgender, um,
It was
player teamed up with the pregnant girl
no, no, no.
and
Pregnant
the
girl went with
oh, no, no, you're right, right, right.
456.
The pregnant girl went with 456. Got it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Disregard. The transgender player teamed up with, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Teamed up with,
The
oh,
son
the
of
shaman, the
Shaman.
shaman,
Yep.
and
Shaman.
the mother and the son.
And then the other girl.
Who was the other girl?
I don't remember. I don't
Oh,
know who she is.
no, wait, are you sure?
I'm
No, no, you're right,
100%
but
positive.
yeah, I can't remember who it was. It wasn't a pregnant girl, but it was
Help us
this
out,
other
y'all.
girl.
Help us out. I can't remember who that girl was. Let me see if I could look it up real quick. Go ahead. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Anyway, moving on, so you had that team, which I would call team underdog, and then, our favorite player, 456, teams up with the sinister front man and the 2 Marines, Gihan's friend and the other Marine, so they form a team, and so the whole concept of the game is they're all chained together and they go around this track, this rainbow colored track, and they play like 4 mini games. One, and I might not be saying it in order. One is they play this game where they take like 4 or 5 dice, and they it's almost like I call it jacks. When I was a kid, we used to play jacks. You throw the jacks on the ground, you pick up one, and you pick up one at a time. You throw them back out 2 at a time, so on and so forth. And then the last part, you throw them in the air, catch them on the back of your hand. Then you're supposed to catch them with one hand. So it's similar to that. And then the other game was the flying stone game where you have one stone out and you take a stone at a certain distance behind the line. You're supposed to throw it and knock it down.
Mhm.
And then the other game was spinning top. I played that when I was a kid too. You take this top,
I never played that.
wind the string. Really? You never played top?
Never.
Interesting. You wind the string around the top, and then you snap it. The key is you snap it with your wrist, and it's supposed to spin on the ground.
Mm.
Interesting. The funny thing is, when we used to play tops when I was a kid, we used to have to throw the top and throw it on top of another top that's spinning, and ours would have to keep spinning for us to
Jesus.
continue in the game. But anyway, so you have that, and then you have
No,
which I
talk
would
about.
call the soccer game.
It didn't show the last game.
No, I'm talking. The last game.
It
Yeah.
didn't show it.
You sure?
Nobody made it to the last game.
Oh man, my bad.
Yeah.
So it continue on to the next one.
Uh,
Oh, my bad.
yeah.
Oh well, spoiler alert.
No, they
Okay.
only show 4. No, you're good. You didn't talk about it. They only show 4 games. Nobody,
Interesting.
because
Okay, I'm
only 2
glad you
teams
warned me.
went, and they only
Okay, I'm
made it.
glad you warned me.
Yeah.
That's right. So maybe that's what you were referring to earlier. Okay,
Yes.
got it. Now it
Yes.
makes sense. Okay, my bad. Now that makes sense. Okay. So, anything you want to add there?
Yeah, so just while they're playing the game, so everybody's watching them play the games, and it's funny because you had that one team, and they thought they had that strategy, right? They were like,
Mhm.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, while they were walking,
Yeah,
like left,
yeah,
right, left,
yeah.
right. Yeah, it looked like they're in the military. But
I
they
know,
get to,
man.
huh?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was gonna say I'm kind of a sap. I know I'm like, I'm 6'3", close to 6'4", about 240 pounds. I'm a big dude.
2-7.
I'm really a sappy person. I cry anything. I watched 688 the other day, and I was bawling like a little baby. So
Tell you
when I
about
was when I was watching them work together as a team, man, it brought tears in my eyes. Man, I thought that was, can you imagine people you don't know, and not only that, you're pretty much your life depended on it. So I
True.
thought that was pretty good.
So they work together, and then they get done with the first game really quick. Dude hits on the first one, bow, and they're all excited. 1, 2, 1. They go to
And the
the
music.
next-
Somebody, can we talk about the music? Was brilliant.
I don't
tell you,
remember
man,
the
that-
music
that-
like that.
The musical score was brilliant, man. I tell you, that really added to the suspense of it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the other team, they were struggling. That dude was missing the envelope. He was struggling. And they couldn't
Oh,
get-
that was the other game. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
The same
So,
game. Yeah.
so they get there, and to the next game is the flying rock or flying stone. And that one dude, man, so the team that was working together really well, who had all this confidence, they get to the flying stone. He throws the first one, he missed, and they were like, "Oh, we gotta go get it. 1, 2, 1." They go get it. Cracked me up, but they was doing their thing. So he gets back. And it's so funny because I'm telling you, you're gonna have people going to work and they're just gonna be like this. Somebody's gonna turn it 12:06 or something. They're gonna be like, just take that shit back.
What?
Or they're gonna be like, but
Oh,
people
man.
gonna be doing. I might do that tomorrow. I wish my chief was on because she gonna be like, "Shirt." I'm like. So yeah, they get there, they throw the stone, and this dude cannot get right. All of a sudden, they pick the wrong. So here's my question: they can't switch players.
No.
Like whoever starts has to finish. Oh, that's my bad.
I'll put it to you like this. They never mentioned that you couldn't,
Right.
but it didn't seem like it seemed like you would be. But remember, they was asking each other which game you were better at.
But the other
So
thing is,
maybe
it didn't
yeah.
say that every player had to do one game. It just says they had to finish.
Yeah, true.
So I'm like, man, if
Well,
I'm good at
I mean,
2-3 games and you just sit there
well,
like,
if somebody's explaining a game to you and people got shot in the last game, you're probably not going to ask too many clarifying questions.
look what Adam said. Sergeant Lee.
No.
Yeah, that's super illegal, first of all. Super illegal.
Oh, which reminds me, I need to do mine for tomorrow. Yeah, I forgot.
You're on leave tomorrow?
Yeah.
Must be nice. Not submit your
Well,
leave the day before.
Hey. Sometimes I think that.
Anyway, we'll go back to
And
the
I go to my
episode. We'll go back to
No.
He said
That should be
eliminated.
that should be the universal language. Would you marry me? Oh.
Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Can I have it alone? Oh.
Somebody gonna be like, sure, can I get a minute? Oh. Oh man, I'm gonna do that. Oh, I'm gonna do it. But so the dude couldn't get the rock game together, and then he
Yeah.
finally hits it, and the dude said, "No." He was like, "What the hell?" He's like, "Man, your foot stepped on the line." Oh, talk about bad. Talk about so.
Ain't no instant replay in Squid Game. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
So here's my question. So then the other team made the rock game pretty quick, and then they did that Jax game, which I'm still kind of confused how it works. But
Yeah, I played it when I was a kid. We just used like these and chime in the comments if you played it. It wasn't those little hexagonal blocks. It
Right.
was an actual. Have you seen Jax before?
yeah,
Okay, so it's Jax. So it's the same concept. You take them in your hand, you throw them. The key is not throw them all over the table because you're supposed to pick up one at a time. So you pick up one, and then you do while you're holding the same one in your hand, you pick up another and another. Then you throw them out again. Now you're doing two at a time. Then you throw them out again. Then you do three at a time. And then when you're on the last one, you're supposed to throw one up, pick them all up in one motion, and then you're supposed to throw them in the air and catch them on the back of your hand. Balance. Then you throw them up and you catch them all again with one hand. When
it
you,
seems
you're
like
actually
a
supposed to do it like
lengthy,
this.
complicated game.
It is. It takes a lot of concentration and you got to balance it on
Good
your hand
hand-eye
because if you drop
coordination.
one, you start all over again.
That's so, man.
And
yeah.
theirs is those were those blocks, so that's even more difficult. At least with the jacks, they're like, long piece of metal and another metal like this that's got the little balls on it. But those were like blocks, so that's even more difficult. Like especially when you get them on the back of your hand.
I thought Jax was that's a lot of rules to remember, bro. Yeah,
Well,
it
jacks is
seems-
you think about the jacks with the ball, like Chad said. But
see, that's
same
that's
concept.
what I was thinking of. That's
It's
only
the same
Jax I know.
concept. It's no ball involved. It's the same concept.
That's so crazy. I
Mhm.
love the picture, Chief. That's a dope picture.
Mhm.
So they get done playing that, and the girl finally gets it, and they got like 10 seconds left. So they make it to the last game. They never show the last game, whatever that is. And so the clock goes to 0. The other team that was doing 1, 2, 1, 2, they only make it to that Jax game. And they shoot them all, right? And now it's the next player's team. And it's funny. So this is where I find it ironic. And this is where, if you want to talk about 456, they're trying to get the strategy together. Who's doing what?
Mhm.
I don't know if you want to talk about it. I'll talk about it if you don't.
Oh no, it was just simply, if I remember correctly, it was asking each other, which game are you the strongest at?
Right.
And so the Marine, which is 456 friend, said he was strong at flying stone. And then the Marine's friend said he was good at, the game similar to Jax. And then it came down to in the hole, the front man at 456, and it was going back and forth, said, what game are you good at? What game are you good at? And so the front man decides, okay, I will take the spinning top. And then 456 took the last game.
Okay, you missed it. 2 key components.
Okay, what? Okay, go ahead, jump in.
First, the Marine thought the girl would be good at the Jax game. Like, what girl doesn't play whatever that game is called, Jax? And she was like, I never played it before
Oh yeah,
in my
yeah,
life.
yeah. Wait,
The pregnant
yeah,
girl.
I forgot. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
They had the little card game that you throw on the ground.
Yeah. So she was like,
I
I
keep forgetting that.
beat the recruiter more times than not. So they were like, all right, you'll play that. The other dude was like, I got 4 sisters. I played this game all the time. So, there's so many storylines we're going with stereotypes and thinking about how, people or coming up with putting the cart before the horse. I don't know what you call that. I guess just stereotyping people before or judging them, judging character before you get to know them. And that was a good example of like, yo, they saying like, you're a big bad Marine who plays Jax. Like, I never played that before. He's like, yo, I have 4 sisters, man. Like, don't knock my childhood. So then the key moment is 001 and 456 are the only 2 that don't have games, and there's only 2 games left. It's the game we haven't seen before in not the Flying Stone, the top. And 456 was like, which game are you good at? And 001 messed up. He said, in Ho, what game would you like to play? And 456, without skipping a beat, was like, how do you know my name? And
you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah.
And I thought he was busted.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. And
he's too smart for that, but I did miss that part.
Yeah, he smooth played that really good. He's like, I heard him call you that. I hope you're okay with me calling you that. Like, I'm not offending you. How he switched it up and went from the dominant one that beats the hell out of everybody to being the docile Bravo. You know, if you're talking about Alpha Bravo mentality, and went back and said basically, hey, whatever, if that's okay with you, I would like to call you by your name. Trying to establish a relationship. Man, that was so good. So good.
I forgot that part. Yeah,
So-
that was pretty good.
Yeah, so to recap, to end it all off, they left you on a cliffhanger where the next teams were coming up, which is the transgender, that other lady, I don't know who she is, the mom, the shaman, and the son are on a team, and they're like, the shaman's freaking the hell out. And they're like, calm down, we got it. You know, don't worry about it. And transgender is actually the one who's telling everybody. You know, interesting with the transgender, if you look at who they are in real life, it's a guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's playing just the character.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if he's actually in real life going through transition. But yeah.
No, I don't think he is at all. They just give him a wig. But yeah, it's a guy. But anyway, so that's episode 4. I know the Eagles are about to come on. I know football's about to come on. We try to keep these under 30. I think this one went a little bit over, but a little bit over, not too bad. But good episode. Episode 4, 5, 6, and 7 is, or 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah,
is
hold
fire.
on to your horses. The next one is very good.
Okay, so tomorrow we'll do the next one. I'll watch that tonight. Don't forget, Atlanta Falcons are playing the Washington Commanders. We will be out here live commentating tonight, either first half, second half. We'll figure it out. Maybe we do the whole game. We'll just figure out how it all rolls. I'm about to go to the gym, get my workout on. But Squid Games, y'all, still moving on. Thank y'all for joining us for this episode. Thank y'all for joining us as we move forward with this. All right, cut that off. Because it's actually a good fun. It's a lot of fun. And maybe we'll do a lot more reviews in the future. Maybe, you know, spice it up, play some stuff in the background, stuff like that. What you got?
No, I agree. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Again, if you feel like hearing some football commentary, we got a side bet going on with the Falcons and the Commanders game tonight. I'm thinking the Commanders, go Cowboys, Cow bums. Look at this.
Dooley, I appreciate
Dooley,
the
you
Cowboys.
want to make a side bet?
I
Dooley,
appreciate
you want
the
to make a
Cowboys.
side bet? If the Cowboys lose, you got to come on here and say the Cowboys are bums.
Dang.
And if y'all win, I'll come on here and say the Cowboys are better than the Eagles. Let me know. Hit me up. See if you want to take that bet. I guarantee you won't. Anyway, yeah, we got a side bet going on tonight. I think the Commanders are going to beat the Falcons tonight. I think Falcons are trash, but feel free to jump on tonight while we do some color commentary on that. And again, as always, thank y'all for y'all support. Oh, you take the bet. Everybody hear this? Daryl Dooley Allen has taken the bet tonight
Accepted.
after the game. If the Cow bums lose, and they will, Daryl Dooley Allen will come on live. And Dooley, I'm telling you, when I mean live, we will send you a link. You will come on live and in color, look in the camera and say the Cowboys are cow bums. And if they happen to beat the Eagles, which I doubt they will, I will come on live and I will say the Cowboys are a better team than the Eagles. Guarantee you that ain't gonna happen.
you gotta say, oh shoot.
You got to say that the Eagles are bums.
No, hold on. First of all, you ain't in this one. All right. Don't worry about us. You know what I mean? We
You
ain't
getting
worried
off
about you.
easy.
It's between me and him.
All right. You're right. All right. So see y'all later on. Hopefully the Cowboys win. I don't even know if the Cowboys has a theme song or Fight Cowboys fight. Go Cowboys go.
That's how they stink because they ain't got a theme song. Not like us.
Oh,
You know what
well.
I'm saying? They ain't got a
So
theme song. They're
we'll have to make
bums.
up one for the Cowboys. The
Yeah,
stars
the cow
at
bum.
night shine brilliant bright. Deep in the heart of Texas. Cowboys. All right, we'll see y'all
Fun
in a
fact,
little
if
bit.
you look at the hat, this doesn't mean I'm a Cowboys fan. This is anti-Cowboys fan. Think of this hat like this. Can you like the Cowboys? Oh.
Yeah.
That's the same way. Oh. As the Cowboys great? Oh. So think of it that way.
See y'all in a
That's what
couple
the hat
hours.
symbolizes.
Enjoy your football. See y'all. Come back.
Yeah.
Come back. We'll see y'all in a couple hours. We out.
See y'all later.
Unpopular celebrities.